where you live in cars. Oh, hello there, viewers. Silent Service here, back with another Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts episode. We are again here with the Russian campaign, and we are again fighting our war with the Chinese. And we are again failing to invade by land with help from our British allies. We should really start an invasion from Manchuria to like northern China or from Siberian Russia into Mongolia, but this game isn't smart like that. No, it just is like, oh, we'll randomly do it because you're only a naval admiral and only focus on the navy stuff. Yeah, right. I see what it is, how it is. I see through your plans. Right. So 2 turns of better stuff there. 6 turns and we get Dreadnought 3. I want to try and get better guns there. We just got triple turrets, so maybe try and get like 2 powder and stuff, and we've almost doubled the time now of our getting of the new Dreadnought hull. No, we've over doubled because 12 is double 6 and 14 is 2 more than 12. Basic maths! Basic maths with silent. Math, I only did enough to pass my exam. And that's about it. Well, I did more than enough to pass the exam, but to be honest, a lot of the math stuff, unless you're becoming some sort of like mad scientist or an engineer or something, you don't need to know for like normal public stuff, like normal life and stuff, unless of course you become like an engineer or something like I just said. Now, I actually got a bit of an interesting YouTube comment earlier, which I believe it's from the Green Avocado, although under a different name, of course, of saying I should stop apologising whenever I go off on tangents of singing songs. Oh god. It's just as I've said, a habit I have from pretty much the early days of my YouTube stuff before I had any sort of vocal training or any knowledge of like my vocal range and stuff. Right. So let's go into the fleet screen quickly and see how like all our ships are doing and stuff. Yeah, we've only got 1 ship that was recently refit of the old dreadnoughts. I think next on the list of refits would be the Petersburg, the St. Petersburg, which is actually under an incorrect name for this time period. It should have been named Petrograd, but I only realised that mistake when I actually made Petrograd herself. Which, for those of you unaware, Petrograd is our battle cruiser, which had a massive success at the end of the previous episode. Oh yeah, our Ruriks, they're in need of more refitting done to them. UAD, don't do this. Woohoo, you can agree to work. Right, Rurik is next under the refit shopping block of the classes. Poltava and Smolensk are both coming out of the dockyards this turn, which is good news there. You're already refit. The Rasputin is already under construction. I think I could put another one of Rurik's guys into I could put 2 more. 1 more, it seems. Nope. I was right with 2 more. Okay, and the Germans are invading Wei. So we move on to our next turn with our 2 newest active battleships, now obviously been built, so their class is active now. While the Rasputin, which is our newest, is still a long way away from being completed. We are winning. The Chinese government is again requesting a peace treaty. They've gone to war with the Brits now. Okay, it's official between Britain and China now, although Britain have already been sending troops our way for the past year, pretty much. Okay, so moving on into moving on into now December of 1912, so very close to 1913. Very, very close. And peace is finally signed between our 2 nations, and we can't take Mongolia off them. We haven't got enough peace treaty dealings to get Mongolia off of them. I hear, though, that they've got a good heavy cruiser and battleship for me to... a good couple of battleships for me to steal off them. Well, I say good. They're not really good when... straight back to war! So we've declared peace with China, and now France is like, oh yeah, I want a piece of the action. I'm declaring war. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how that works here. Please tell me that's 2 powder. That is 2 powder. Good. I no longer have to worry about cordite blowing my ships up. Mark II 14s in 2 turns. Light cruisers in a turn. Which surely we'd build a new light cruiser class. Boiler efficiency upgrades. Okay, next turn. And our Ruriks are now out. And yeah. I say we're in a pretty good placement right now. The French can't really send anything out to attack us. Germany has already dealt with most of France's home territory. Should gather the press and announce that we are attacking the Japanese as well. No, we are not going against Germany or Austria-Hungary, and that's broken our alliance. The Americans! Is this a good enough time for you guys to request, well, for us to request an alliance from you guys? I say it is. So a month on all those, that's good. And Japan have decided from 2 places to invade Manchuria. Okay, you can invade Manchuria if you want to. We will, just have the Americans declare allyship with us. Which we shouldn't have to pay anything to the Americans because, fine. Smolensk and Suvorov. Smolensk and Suvorov and our, most modernized pre-dreadnought. So, two of our newest battleships, which Smolensk is surprisingly has got no problems with it, while Suvorov is a tad bit 7.94% overweight. Alright, let's see if we can withdraw. We can't withdraw even with our 27 knot pre-dreadnought. Like, yeah, a 27 knot pre-dreadnought. That's something you don't hear every day. And in normal cases you wouldn't be hearing. But a pre-dreadnought and one of our oldest at that. Well, by standard of oldest by the standard of role-playing, I'm saying. Not by actual in-game time, because all the pre-dreadnoughts for in-game are classed as being built in 1900. But yeah, that thing can go 27 knots. We've got a proto-battlecruiser in that thing. Well, if I'd made it earlier, it would be a proto-battlecruiser, but we already had Petrograd by the time I made it, so yeah. Well, made it up to that speed. Now, Smolensk is our cross-deck fire design that was designed by Finland, so Suvorov is my own design. So is the 27 knot pre-dreadnought. That's my own design. And then Smolensk is a Emperor of Finland edited design of mine. So Smolensk was originally Poltava is basically Poltava, but if Emperor of Finland was in charge of making the Poltava. Now here's the annoying thing. We've got a mix of modernized and unmodernized, well, mostly, no. Our, ships of the, Ruriks here haven't been modernized. The light cruisers, we've got a mix again. We've got two of our more modern light cruisers, and then one of our old ones. Raiders are on the way! Raiders are on the way! Yeah, it's a normal thing with Monroe, so, yeah. Expected. So, these two are of the older type, so they will join together. Yep, I know that there is a raid on the way, Monroe, because I am obviously using my chat reading device until I get a second monitor. Which hopefully, if something goes well this weekend, I might actually be getting a job, which, because of my age, I don't have to pay tax. Well, That is until June 8th of next year. I don't have to pay tax with whatever I'm getting, but yeah. So Suvorov is actually being held back by Smolensk of all things and the weather. I'm going to be detaching all our battleships here because this pre-dreadnought, well, in normal conditions, can go 27 knots, as seen here. But these aren't normal conditions, these are stormy conditions, but still. Still, I don't want the battleship slowed down because of Smolensk, so... But yeah, the Victor and the others of the Rooks are forming up. Our sort of early Atlanta-esque ships are doing their job, and the old light cruisers are in need of modernization and shouldn't really be here in the first place. Actually, because of the conditions of this fight, I'm not really that much confident in our ability to be able to attack the enemy. Okay. Move on heading towards the enemy, please, and I find it highly hilarious that our fastest warship here is a pre-dreadnought battleship. Yeah, and you guys are not handling this weather well if most of your deck is going underwater just by going for a wave. You guys are fine in these conditions. You're getting water going over your decks. For historical reasons of having water go over your decks, you guys are retreating. Right. Sort of with how the waves are working, your guys' secondary guns are going to be unable to historically be able to fire, so... You know what? Seeing as your deck isn't actually going under, I'll just allow you to... Suvorov here is having its casemate deck definitely go under, so... I won't care for the battleships on that front. Right, so Smolensk, Suvorov, and the Senovin. None of these have seen combat before. But none of these ships in the battle on my side have seen combat before. I'm unsure about the Japanese ships because the Japanese ships may have been in a war beforehand, but again, I don't know. Oh, poor Smolensk has just been left. Dust in the wind. All they are is dust in the wind. That's quoting a Kansas song there. I close my eyes only for a moment and the moment's gone. All my dreams Pass before my eyes in curiosity. Dust in the wind. All they are is dust in the wind. Okay, Suvorov, your cruising speed is 13.9 knots, so GC down to 12.2, that should bring you well within your cruising speed. Your cruising speed's 14.6, so yeah, bring you down 13.9, pretty much 14. And then Smolensk, you're still needing to catch up, so I'll leave you at 18. These cruisers here are also still going to need to catch up. Like, all my cruisers are going to need to catch up, so... Smolensk is firing, Suvorov is also firing. So our hits have dealt more damage. That's at least something. And then Senovin is also firing, which I will turn Senovin to starboard, which will bring Senovin hopefully into a perfect firing angle for her wing turrets. Well, two of them. Well, one of them at least. Get us a 3-gun broadside, which for a pre-dreadnought, average pre-dreadnought I should say, is more than average. Ooh. Ooh. What shells is it they've taken? Did they take the 13s, the 13.5s, or the 12s? Oh, just check here. They took 13s. If it's 13s, then it's Suvorov, not Suvorov. It is actually Suvorov. It's actually all 3 of them that are doing attacks. I'm guessing it just puts 13-inch under a general caliber and not actually count like .5s and stuff on that. Oh, this poor Japanese cruiser. This poor Japanese cruiser. Can we get an F in chat for the Japanese light cruiser there? Okay. And Senovin. Focus there. All good. There's their armoured cruisers. 7.6-inch guns and, Oh, how many funnels would you like on this ship? Japan. Yes. Oh wait, torpedoes, isn't that? Yeah, those are torpedoes. And they're Senovin. They're heading for the Senovin. Oh. They missed. So yeah, you're going for Sawyer there. The Dorai there, I butchered that most likely, is being attacked by the Suvorov while we are obviously with Senovin going for Sawyer. Yeah. Suvorov, start going over there, please, because those are actually destroyers. And we obviously don't like destroyers. Hello there, Avocado! How are you doing? We have gotten raided by Monroe, so... Although, surprisingly for a raid, the chat has been actually quite quiet. Question. Was that you earlier who made the YouTube comment of, you should really stop apologising for singing? Good, I wasn't going crazy on thinking that someone with avocado in their username commented on my YouTube was you, and oh god. No, Sedovan's gonna take a hit. Please be a dud, please be a dud, please be a... Woohoo! It was a dud. Sorry I've lost your eardrums there, but... But when a dud torpedo hits your battlecruiser-esque speed through dreadnoughts and doesn't explode, you're always thankful. Tenryu is going down, Sawyer's been taking fire, and we have let up a bit. We should really stop that. And right, Suvorov here, you're going to want to turn because you've got torpedoes coming your way. And then Smolensk is firing off into the dark. Smolensk, I'm going to bring you down to your cruising speed of 10 knots. Yeah, Suvorov just got hit by a dud torpedo. That's the Tenryu fully sunk by this point. It's another destroyer that has gone down to the Suvorov. It's all three of those destroyers of that group now have been sunk by the Suvorov. Right, you guys head over there and deal with those cruisers. You guys, I also want you to head over there and deal with those cruisers, starting with the Sendai. Okay, Sanovan is still doing okay. Suvorov, fire over there, please. Yeah, I know. I said I'd do that on the next Japanese campaign because I studied that picture and he's using the Japanese hull for that, the streamer you got to make that design. Or I think it's a Japanese hull. Okay, Smolensk is doing its job over there. You guys are supposed to go over there. Who just took a torpedo? Oh, the Sanovan. The Sanovan just took a torpedo, is taking more torpedoes. Okay, Sanovan, your casemate guns are to start firing on those torpedo boats. Well, torpedo boats and destroyers, I should say. Aboa is... I know I'm saying that wrong most likely, but they're using the tried and true tactic of use lightships to save myself. Continue turning. Needs must, I will set the engines to reverse. Reverse engines. Okay, now Cenobin. Your best bet right now would be to turn into the destroyers there, because... Actually, no, your best bet is to try and just hard to port yourself out of there. And let Suvorov and the others deal with, attacks and stuff. Ah. Yeah, so the destroyers here are not having the best of days right now. Nor are the light cruisers. Okay. Suvorov, your new target is the Sawyer, who is refusing to die to 12-inch shells. Let's see if he'll refuse to die to... Oh, shit! Oh, shit. Suvorov, you need to get out of here, mate. Cenobin needs to as well, which Cenobin is doing its job. God, Suvorov, turn back, get out of here. I don't care, get out of here. Fucking hell, how did Suvorov get that badly damaged from just a singular torpedo hitting it? Smolensk, you're now our only capital ship here with any sort of hope of doing decent damage. I need you to steam ahead at your maximum speed and defend the Suvorov while we try and get it out of here alive. Right. Okay. Okay, they've got the damage on Suvorov under some sort of control. How are my light cruisers over here doing against their light cruisers? It's a thing I just do. It's something to do with my playstyle, which has been in naval warfare games since I started playing World of Warships. It's just I'm used to just charging and worrying about stuff later. Okay, Smolensk. Now is your turn to start turning away. Your retreat, Smolensk. Begin turning. Again. Yeah, Cenobin, you're escaping that way. Suvorov is escaping that way. Suvorov's got some of her flooding under control. That's something. But yeah, we just all need to turn around and get out of here. Okay, so the Victor and others are still like focusing on the cruisers here. Yeah, my light cruisers are also focusing on their light cruisers. These guys are mainly focusing on the Jinsu over here. Suvorov and Senovin look like they're doing a lot better now. That's at least something good. The Torai here, the Natori? However the hell you pronounce the thing, is going to escape with a damage. It would have been great to get her sunk, but honestly right now for us, sort of the ships we would want to try and get are these cruisers over here, which sort of blocking the path I've chosen for the retreat of my capital ships. But I'm going after these targets for a reason. They're cut off. They're cut off from the others by my ships. Okay, how are you guys doing? Oh yeah, you guys have your ungodly amount of torpedoes. I forgot about those. If it were calm winds, then why do we have moderate waves? I know from like my geography education. Yes, I took geography for GCSEs. I also took history as well, which normally it's one or the other, but I took options that made me do both. But I know that waves directly correspond with wind in most cases, so normally if there's like a calm wind, then you're not going to get much in the form of waves. And then vice versa, if there's a strong wind, you're going to get lots of waves. But it also depends on as well though on the fetch of the fetch that the wind has on the sea and the waves and stuff, which is sort of a how long uninterrupted the wind is able to push on waves and stuff. I'm trying to remember stuff that I haven't been needing to know about in almost a year now. BS. Yeah. That's what I was accounting for as well, the fetch of the way. So let's say we're in an area of the Pacific that is along the coastal sort of area we're fighting at that just so happens to not be blocked by an island or something like the Philippines, Japan, or somewhere like that. Then the waves would have a couple thousand miles of fetch, give or take. Well, I think it's a couple thousand. Don't quote me on that. We never had a topic of, oh, you need to know exactly how long the distance of Yeah, this is in the Pacific. Oh my god. Yeah, I know, and I'm saying that because my light cruisers are getting damaged badly. Ah, finally, we actually did something to a enemy light cruiser in this force. Let's Sendai and Kuma. They've got to try and get away from this. Sendai, I'd probably let go. Kuma, I don't know yet. It's sort of dependent on the status of whether or not we can end battle. Ah! At least you didn't have the same experience as the last time I was on a small boat. Almost got hit by a car ferry. You know, sort of like one of those large cross-channel car ferries that Brittany Ferries operates. I probably don't know, but yeah, our captain thought we could try and pass the Portsmouth Harbour Inlet. Well, I'm assuming he thought we could pass it before the car ferry, but we obviously couldn't. This happened in Portsmouth, by the way. You know, the place like HMS Victory and stuff? IGN Sendai is going to be the last victim of this battle before we withdraw because of our capital ship damage. That's most likely what it's looking like. Yeah, that's what we, in the end, had to do. Yes! We win! We win with Suvorov and Sentiment taking damage. So we sunk 14 ships in total. Both of their armoured cruisers got away. Jinsu, Kuma, Tenryu, Soya, Oboa and Sendai were sunk. And a whole bunch of their destroyers and their only torpedo boats were sunk. Yeah. But one thing from that trip is that I actually did get to, for once, go on a submarine, which, if you haven't guessed, my channel name is sort of based off of submarines, because, well, we just got Smolensk and Poltava into action. Yeah, the reason why I was on that small boat was to go between Portsmouth Historical Dock and the submarine base. You know HMS Alliance? Went on that. It's obviously a museum ship submarine, not an active Royal Navy submarine, but yeah. The submarine forces are a lot of times referred to as the Silent Service. And I was playing a lot of Silent Hunter at the time I named the channel. So that's sort of how the Silent Service name came along. Also, as well, it was to avoid being bullied at school for my previous name. So, yeah. We're still in loading screen. Oh! Trimacal, if you're here, thanks for the follow. I've only just seen the thing of you following me. That's the first follow we got since Guadonian Knight and yourself, Avocado, followed me on the 27th of April. Yes, I can see it all thanks to the activity feed. Well, I can see it for up to a month away. Stuff, so yeah. We just now need 7 more followers and we've reached our follower goal of 40. Why are you saying Dan, Avocado? Almost a month, yeah. And we are winning. The Empire of Japan desperately asks us to sign a peace treaty. What should we do? What should we do, Avocado? Should we let them have their desired peace treaty, or shall we just be like, no, we don't need your peace treaty. Fight to the death. Okay. Right. So, Natura got out with light damage. Senovin and Smolensk got light damage. Suvorov got medium damage. So, yeah, I was aware that Suvorov got the worst of the damage of our ships, so... And then they've had a whole bunch of ships damaged by mines. And then we have an ambush. I'm not going to fight it. Oh, we win anyway. So yeah, they only got 400 victory points for damaging a couple ships. So, yeah. I say this war is actually a success for us because we haven't lost anything, but yet we've crippled the Japanese Navy's light forces in just our first combat encounter. It seems that war with Japan isn't as bad as I was originally thinking it was going to be. Another Tsushima. I want the Americans, but then I don't want to go in a negative budget. I'm sorry, we're not going to get allied to the Americans, and I don't fight those, so. But it's, again, one of those... Oh, we are actually losing transports this time. For once, an excuse for me to put the transport budget up. Like, I'm probably not going to get another Tsushima as in... Oh, I'm going to send a whole bunch of my ships across the world and just hope nothing goes wrong. If that's what you're thinking of Tsushima incident, no. Yeah. Like, you didn't have to do that. You don't have to do that in Rule the Waves, which, honestly, thinking about it, I am wanting to, play Rule the Waves, and... Smolensk and Senevan again! Oh, and Petrograd is out! Petrograd is out for repairs. Wow. Woman said, once your heart ain't in battle, there's no coming back. Fights are full, and before the attack, feel your blood starts to boil in your veins as you charge. Hundreds fallen as the fires ignited by bloodshed in the circus of moon. Yes, was said, and serpents may walk out in your house. Well, we're going into the battle now, and there's my butchered version of Swedish Pagans for you all. Hope you enjoyed. And 26 light cruisers and 16 destroyers against our ships. We're going to be fine. They didn't fully repair the Senevan. My god. So Senevan is going to be stuck on her speed again. Detached. Petrograd. Petrograd, you can go your own way, go your own way. You can call it another lonely day. That's Fleetwood Mac. Go your own way. Try not to get too close this time. I'm sorry there, you're talking... Shmolensk and Senovin haven't been fully repaired, and yet they're into a battle again. Meanwhile, Petrograd here is fully repaired, and so it's understandable that Petrograd's here, but Smolensk and Senovin, they're not repaired from the last battle yet. They're sort of being like Enterprise, and they're just patchwork that is somehow working well enough to fight in combat. Okay. So none of the Ruriks here are the updated Ruriks. Again, we've got two of the older light cruisers here, and we've got the same light cruisers we had last time as well, which all our light cruisers here are damaged, or not really that useful for us, so we're going to retreat them all. Well, at least none of these ships have on either their hangar deck or wherever is more significant on these ships or a hangar deck of ship's name versus Japan. Oh, God. Like, that's one of my favourite things with Enterprise, is that they just had painted on the hangar deck somewhere, or posted up on the hangar deck somewhere, it's now Enterprise versus Japan. Definitely no pressure there, right? Yeah, no pressure to the crew of Enterprise. I'm not hating on Enterprise or anything. I absolutely love the Enterprise, though. I love the ship enough that I've even written and recorded, and I'm awaiting permission to release a song about it. So, yeah, I have no problems with Enterprise. And we're still currently with the battlecruiser hulls that can only have wing turrets and no Q turrets, unfortunately. So, the Rasputin is not getting a battlecruiser version of it yet. It's just the sort of, I can't release it until after the due date for my, final major project of this year of my course, or else I'm not going to be able to use it for its original intended purpose of being in the final major project of my course, because then it would have been, because then they could have claimed I stole it off of myself. Or, more exactly, they could have claimed I stole it off of this solo project that's made to look like a band called Another Failed Project. Yes, back when it was a band, I named it that. It's sort of a mix of an academic project that is also going to be used as actual release stuff for my music career. As that's essentially what everyone's already doing with their stuff anyway, so... Okay, Senovan, you go there. You start turning away, and 14 knots of speed, please. Petrograd is beginning to turn to get broadside. Oh, here comes our destroyer! Charge and attack, going to hell and back! Right, hard over, hard over. Yeah, there go our torpedoes. Okay, you can now officially get out of here because you have done your duty. You have done your duty, you have sent torpedoes. Now you are doing your other duty of don't die. Don't tell me Cenovan's taking a torpedo here. No, Cenovan has only still just got the damage she received from the previous battle. Although she has received 5 hits, including 2 dud torpedoes. Already. Already, Cenovan! Damn it, I was thinking you would have... Yeah, I never knew of a case of that, but I know a case of that could happen, so I am not releasing it until, to be safe, I'm not going to be releasing it till June. Well, actually, I probably won't be able to anyway because of the way that my music distributor works and stuff. Oh yeah, Smolensk. You need to go down to 11 knots if you want your cruising speed. Ah! Right. Cenovan, you've got a target. It's another destroyer. They're going down to extensive fire already. The temptation to eat food. Let me just... Oh no, my hot chocolate's empty. Damn it. I could go make a cup of tea right now. I'm sure my ships will be fine, but... You obviously don't want to risk your ships going off while you do the British thing and go and have tea. Hold on a second, fuck, no, I'm trying to remember again how to play, part of If Darkness Had a Sun, because, I think that's close enough to the riff. Like, honestly, for me, surprisingly enough, from the new Metallica album and stuff, it's If Darkness Had a Sun that's my favourite. Still shouts what it's you. Stop the decide. Like with music stuff and everything, there's still a lot of improvement I still have to do. Stuff. Like I've never claimed to be the best, and I probably will never claim to be the best because because the people that we call the best for the instruments I play and stuff, they're already unfortunately dead. And Smolensk, Fullestern, Smolensk. Right. We saved Smolensk from being torpedoed to death. Nakhimov is most concerning for torpedo attacks now. Right, Smolensk. You've got targets over there to go after. Senovan. Come around and maybe go for one of those cruisers that are all bunched up together there. Petrograd. Also maybe do the same there. Oh, the Victor just avoided a whole bunch of torpedoes. Nakhimov looks like it may have gotten a hit. I say a hit, it's got 58 hits dealt to it. Oh god, and more torpedoes are on the way towards Smolensk. Reverse! 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 Oh god, who just got torpedoed here? I know what that sound means, and... No, it's not Senovan. Senovan hasn't taken another torpedo. Petrograd is still undamaged. Smolensk, I know, hasn't taken a torpedo. And I'm stopping it from taking a torpedo. Okay, Smolensk, you can move forward again. You have my express permission to move forward again. Oh. No. Because, yeah, I am a part of, like, the, LGBTQ of being bi with a preference to guys, but I'm not on the sort of trans side of it. Although I don't have any problems with trans people. I'm not, J.K. Rowling. Although actually thinking about it, looking into her comments on it, it's more of a she's saying she can't understand it, not that she's against it. So, sort of... Like, if you delve more into her comments, it's more of a she can't understand it. She's never actually said she's against it openly with her comments, but... But yeah, being turned into an anime girl, no. And also wouldn't take a position in the Admiralty because we haven't got battleships anymore, and the Royal Navy is just a whole budget cuts issue. It's just the whole thing of budget cuts everywhere and stuff like that. Oh yeah, this is... That whole question has now just turned into a whole thing that, may come back to bite me. There's Smolensk being a whole tank to this whole thing again. Senovan... Finland would be proud of how well Smolensk is doing. Oh god. Admiral Silent is hungry. Admiral Silent needs food. Avocado, take over for a second. You're being blamed if any of the ships fail right now. Not mine. Okay, I've returned and Smolensk is charging in. I think you have I think you didn't realise I was joking with the whole takeover. Because obviously you can't take over my game. Oh god, Smolensk, time for you to use your widely known by this point torpedo avoidance skills. Yeah, it's just like playing along for like Robbo and stuff when I have him as an admiral. I'm wondering, what ship should we actually give to Robbo? Like, you, Avocado, are being promoted to Rear Admiral and you are going to be given command of the Rasputin as soon as Rasputin comes out. Okay then, if you're saying a battlecruiser or heavy cruiser, we'll just rewind time and say that you were given command of Petrograd. So you would already have one successful battle under your hand and a second on the way. Oh no. Good. UAD almost crashed. What the hell is going on? No! UAD has crashed. Okay. You got Rasputin. And Robbo actually doesn't have a ship because there's not a Kentucky. YouTube viewers, you know the drill by this point. Just skip forward to where we rejoin. Well, I gave him my temptation to cereal. And before you ask why you eating cereal with your fingers, there isn't milk in this, so I'm not worried one bit. Resist the temptation, avocado. Resist the temptation. Or not. It's up to you. That's only the case because it's emergency. I want to eat food, but I want to still keep my money to save up for all the ways free. Speaking of all the ways free, it should be released now. I'm checking on Steam while waiting for this to load. UAD to load. Wait for the program to respond. Oh, it's out! Rule the Way 3 is out, and it's... How much? I'm gonna be having to save up for a while. Rule the Way 3 is out, and it's more expensive than Dreadnoughts. Okay. Avocado, guess how much Rule the Way 3 is in English pounds. Bearing in mind Dreadnoughts is $29.50. You know what, YouTube viewers, this is the end for you lot because I'm not going to relaunch, but I'm just going to carry on conversing with Avocado here. Unless, of course, you want to like move over to Discord chats. $33.50. You were close, $33.50, like I said. Like, games I could get for much cheaper. U-Boat, Destroyer, Hunter, Cold Waters, Aircraft Carrier Survival. Like, well, I'm going to be ending the stream anyway because UAD's crash won't reopen and I don't have much time of my PC time left. So, see you either on Discord or next stream, Avocado.